Yo guys, what's up? Today I'm driving the all-new redesigned 2017 Subaru Impreza. This is a sport model, so it's got 18-inch wheels, active torque vectoring. It does have the EyeSight driver assist, which is really cool in these Subaru Imprezas. It's got blindside assist, which is going off right now, collision warning, lane change assist, and it's got adaptive cruise control. A lot of features that are really welcome on a car that base price is around $19K. This new car is awesome. I absolutely love it. I love the seating position. I love the greenhouse. It has a lot of glass. You can see out of it very easily. Of course, it's all-wheel drive. And I think if you compare this car to its competition, the Honda Civic, the Golf, the Mazda 3, those cars aren't available with all-wheel drive. They base price around the same. And the only real drawback to this car that I see, just having driven it for the last half an hour or so, is the brand new engine. It's a 2-liter direct injection motor. It's a flat 4, makes 152 horsepower and 145 foot-pounds of torque, which sounds really weak, and it kind of is really weak, especially considering like the new 1.5-liter turbo Civic has 180 horsepower. But I will say, you sacrifice a little power in this car for fuel efficiency. I mean, EPA has this thing rated at 28 city, 38 highway, which is awesome. I think anything that's not a diesel or hybrid that's getting close to 40 miles per gallon is just outstanding. You know, that's something I really value. And I am enjoying this car. The structure is, you know, on the redesigned car, it's said to be 70% more rigid. It does have a lot more space. The back seat is really usable. The cargo area has 3 more cubic feet of space versus the old car. And man, I love the handling, by the way, too. Just taking some turns in this thing. It's got the same steering ratio as a BRZ. The brakes are awesome. The pedal feel is great. The turn in is really crisp. I absolutely love the steering in this car. I can't wait until the WRX comes out with this platform. It's really quiet. The sound deadening is really good. It does have a lot of plastic inside, but most of it feels really nice. The interior is well laid out. It's got this faux carbon fiber trim that looks all right, and this red stitching. Pretty ergonomic system. I mean, all these new nav systems and stuff have their learning curves, but for the most part, it's really easy to use. I like the build quality. I like the materials. They're, you know, good feeling to the touch. It's got your start-stop button, your steering wheel controls. The gauges are really easy to read. And again, I love the view, man. I don't know if you can really get a good sense for the greenhouse in this car, but it's awesome. It's, you know, doesn't have big blind spots, and it's just really easy to see out of. Big windows. I love the interior in this car, and the seats are super comfortable too. I mean, they're really nice. Man, I'll tell you what, I can't believe how quiet this thing is inside the cabin. I had driven a couple previous generation Imprezas, and they really did a good job. I don't know if it has a lot to do with how stiff and rigid the new chassis is, or if they actually did add more sound deadening. The engine is really quiet. You know, I really dig this car. I'm averaging 36.2 miles per gallon according to the trip computer, which is phenomenal. The ride is really subtle. This is a sport package car, so it's got the 18-inch wheels and the active torque vectoring. And the ride with the 18-inch wheels, it's great. I mean, I don't really notice, you know, I don't feel too many bumps or whatever. I've never been a fan of a CVT transmission, but this one operates really smoothly. Like, this is like the ultimate daily driver. You can get a manual, which is really cool, and I'm really looking forward to driving the Impreza with the manual. Of course, the WRX is going to be great. I think based on this chassis, it's going to be awesome. But the manual transmission in the regular Impreza with this engine, I'm sure it'll feel great. You can't get the manual transmission in the Limited. You have to go for the base model or the premium model, but that's okay. You know, a lot of standard features in this car. This one does have the Subaru EyeSight, which is lane change assist, adaptive cruise control, collision warning. I mean, those are all really cool things in a car that base price is at 19 grand. So if I'm shopping for like the usual suspects in this class, the hatchbacks, and this does come in a sedan, although Subaru sells about 70% hatches to 30% sedans. This thing looks a lot better and hatch for them, and I love the utility and versatility and all that. But anyway, if you're shopping for kind of this type of car, I think this gives you a little bit more than the Mazda 3 because of the all-wheel drive. The Golf certainly is a great car, but I think with the way they stepped up their interior game and their just the insulation of the cabin and the rigidity, I really think it comes close to the Golf in build quality now. And then you've got the Honda Civic, which I think the design on the Honda Civic is a little too busy, especially the hatchback, man. That thing has like got a lot of swoops and different things going on. I'm not a huge fan of the new Civic styling, but for the money, cars under 20K, almost 40 miles a gallon, man, this chassis is unbelievable, really. It's so tight around turns. The steering is so good, and the brake feel is awesome. Like, I'm kind of like in love with this car, man. I can't wait for the WRX to come out in this car. So anyway, if you are shopping for this type of car, man, definitely go drive the Impreza. I think it'll be a strong contender. I don't think Subaru has a problem selling these, and I don't think they're ever going to outsell, say, a Civic. But if you live in a northern climate where all-wheel drive is a must, man, this thing is a definite winner. That's all I got for you guys today. Please make sure and like and subscribe. I would appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram at FlyingLap1. Thank you so much. Peace.